Many young people across the UK and locally are at risk of becoming homeless or being housed in unsuitable accommodation. This includes young people who have faced traumatic childhood experiences, including unaccompanied asylum-seeking children, care leavers, and those from difficult family backgrounds. Concrete Rose provides loving, stable and supported accommodation for those aged 16 to 21 through a supported lodging scheme. We're looking for individuals, couples and families who have a spare room, a desire to make a difference and are prepared to open their homes to a young person.
It's a bit of an interesting blend, I would say, the role of a supported lodgings host. I would say it's a mixture between maybe a nurturing family member, so that could be kind of feel quite parental, or maybe an older sibling, or like a kind of trusted auntie or uncle. It can be a mentor role, it can be a teacher, an advisor. It really depends on the young person, what's going on for them at the time, and I suppose the way a host is naturally as well. So it kind of fluctuates and changes depending on what's going on for the young person, really.
Through supported lodgings, I think you get the support a young person may need. They'll learn independence for one, but they won't just kind of be chucked straight out there into the world. You know, they'll have someone there who can care for them, can just have their best interests at heart, and actually just help them become independent as well, you know.
There were quite a few benefits of being a supported lodgings host. So firstly, it was fun. It was, I quite enjoy spending time with teenagers and young people, and it was often entertaining. It was, you learned to not expect anything because you would get something different. And yeah, I remember feeling that it kept me feeling quite youthful in terms of, there was a lot of energy and a lot of inquisitiveness and curiosity on both my part and the part of the young person. So yeah, I think that kind of sense of energy and vitality you get from having a young person around you and in your house is really lovely. I think that the main support that I provided for all of them was emotional support. So, because you're there all the time, it's not like you're a support worker who's just there during office hours. You're there before they go to bed, when they get up first thing in the morning. So you see them at the really vulnerable times of day. So doing that, you spend quite a bit of time comforting them, helping them stay safe in different ways. One of the most exciting parts is when they first move in, so the first day. So you know a bit about them and you've probably met them maybe a few times. So what I would usually do on the first night is, get a takeaway or get some food that they really liked, and then, just do something quite low key, just so we could kind of spend time together, but so they didn't feel like I was really focused on them. But yeah, just chill out and listen to music, watch telly, watch a film, and just chat. And that first night, I remember, because I think I had 4 different young women over the 5 years I did it, and yeah, I remember all of them and how different they were, really.
I think it's important to have a youth worker because although you have the relationship with your host and someone like that who really is kind of like a surrogate parent in some ways, I think there's some things you won't tell people, especially that you live with, the authority, the adult. There are just certain things you don't, and I found that with me, when I had my youth worker, I tell him certain things I wouldn't tell them, and I think it's nice having that person outside of the family home or the home that you live in to kind of feel that you can talk to and, I don't know, just feel comfortable around. The youth worker I had always had just my best intentions at heart. He always wanted to make sure I was doing what I want to do, trying to find out what it is I want from life. At that age as well, it is very important because, like I said before, I think you can just get lost, you know, and I just think having that guidance and someone who can see something in you that you may not see yourself is priceless.
So the first young woman I had stayed with me for 2 years, so it was with me quite a long time. And she was the one I referred to who was quite emotionally in quite a very sort of, in a very traumatised place when she came to me. She ended up going to college, and then when she left me after the 2 years, she went on to university and she moved into a student house with other students and to train to be a nurse. And when I helped her move, and I remember that day, her moving, I was very sad because I was very attached to her by that point. She was like a little sister, really. However, I was also so happy for her because she was just this incredible, beautiful, confident young woman who, you know, had this, you know, this passion for caring for people and was going to do something with it. And that was a very lovely day, I remember. And then a few years later, when she got married and I went to a wedding, that was also because I'd known her partner all through when she was staying with me as well. So yeah, so seeing her on her journey and beyond, and we're still in touch now. So that's the biggest highlight.